going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's MavAttack here. We just got to play Raw Data. It's crazy. I'm hanging out with Mike here. VR, right? VR is supposed to be that we're talking the future of gaming here. What are your thoughts on VR, the tech, kind of pushing forward gaming, and just overall, is VR the future of this gaming industry? Or how do you feel about that?
Sure. Well, that's a huge question, right? And we're all asking ourselves that all the time. So, what we're trying to do here at Survios is VR is absolutely going to be a huge part of not just gaming, but other things going forward. But what we're focusing on is the gaming aspect of that, right? And gamers is what pushes the new technology forward. They're the first early adopters, right? Everybody follows suit afterwards. I wouldn't say that VR is necessarily going to take over all gaming, of course. It's going to be just a huge new facet of gaming, of new experiences that people have never played before. And what you guys got to just play here in Raw Data is what we're trying to do is push the bar on what a VR experience could be, right? We are going for, the dream, that promise of the full body action experience. Everything you saw in the movies, everything you read in a book, right, in the sci-fi thrillers, that's what we're trying to create here, right? With the perfect one-to-one controls with your hands, full, avatar embodiment. You see your hands, you pick up the weapons. That whole experience is what we're shooting for.
All right, that is awesome. And yeah, so we actually just got our hands on. I'm still sweating. I'm still glistening from this experience here. So with Raw Data, what is this game exactly going to be? You briefly mentioned it is in early access currently. So what are you pushing for with this full release? Is it going to be just wave-based and survival, or are you going to add different features to the game?
Yeah. So what you guys played here, this is a demo. This is what we call our demo. This is actually pretty old right now. It's about 6 months old at this point. So what's coming up is our early access release is coming out in about a month. It's July 14th, I believe. So just a number of weeks, and you're going to see a massive leap in what you guys played today for the next build. So what everyone's seen online, the different videos, the experience has been seeing two players playing co-op. That's a big part of the experience, and a holdout kind of survival experience. But the next version of the game you're going to play is way more evolved. So there are multiple missions, stretched out environments. You still are fighting waves of enemies, but you're moving around the environment. You're no longer holding out just a single point. You're also defending different objects in the environments. You have different, not just weapons, but you're going to have hero characters. Each hero is going to have a different arsenal of not just weapons, but also powers. They're going to do all sorts of things from telekinesis to be able to push the enemies, fling them up in the air, bullet time, overpower. The list goes on and different things our hero characters can do.
Okay, so you did mention there are heroes. Is there going to be some sort of narrative or underlying story going on in anything, or is this more of just the experience getting in and trying the game out?
No, there's going to be a whole story. In fact, actually, what we're shooting for here is we are trying to make a premier VR experience. So we're not just making a demo. We're not just making a little short little holdout thing. We're doing a whole big game, right? We're trying to do the whole thing. So there's going to be the whole introduction to the game. There's going to be tutorials. You're going to have a whole menu system interface, options, unlockables, tech trees, different character classes, defenses. The list goes on and on. It's going to be a full product, what we believe is a complete experience.
Okay, so you did mention the co-op play and being able to play with friends as well. Is the experience going to kind of bring you as much enjoyment solo by yourself as it would with multiple people in the game, or is it kind of a different experience if you're playing it by yourself versus you have a group of people with you?
We do actually expect that the majority of gamers in 2016 will probably be playing solo, just because it takes time for the hardware to get out there, right? For people to be aware that it exists and purchase it. We expect that, that's going to ramp up very quickly. Hopefully by 2017, the majority of people will be playing other players. But we know, I've been in the industry a long time now. A lot of the senior members of the team have, and we know that if you want a truly awesome multiplayer experience, you have to build it that way from the ground up, right? We're not adding on multiplayer later on after the game becomes popular. We're building it from the ground up that you can play single, you can play co-op, the game will switch, it will change its balance and difficulty settings based upon how many players are playing the game.
I think that's about it. Just some basic level of information and just trying to kind of understand. I mean, it's really all in the experience. You can't really explain that to somebody in full. It's something you really have to. Yeah,
you gotta play it.
I don't know. I'm still just taken aback by it. It's awesome, man. And this is my first E3, so I'm just for this to be one of my first experiences at my first E3. It's amazing. So when do you have a release date? Do you have any kind of schedule, I guess, for when the game is going to be dropped?
Sure. So we haven't announced yet the full version of the project. We're still working on it, right? So the next thing consumers are going to get to play is the early access build. Like I said, it's a few weeks out from now, July 14th. That is still early access, right? This is still pre-alpha for us. We definitely are building a lot more missions, more characters, different abilities, powers, fleshing out the story, a whole bunch more. But it's also great that we're really excited, to get the early access out there, get people playing the latest stuff, and we really want to hear the community's feedback, right? We are going to push the bar, right? People are going to be very physically challenged playing this game, and most of the team, they're just drenched in sweat after playing one mission, right? So someone being able to actually complete several missions in a row, we'd love to see some videos of that.
And I'm hoping to get off the couch and get the exercise going. So that is amazing. But this was raw data. The VR, man, VR is absolutely awesome. Thank you very much for your time and for letting us check out this game. It's very, man, I'm very hopeful. So I really appreciate that, and thank you very much for your time. Definitely.